So today's video is going to be really rude. Really rude. Well, depending on what part of the world you're from. It could be perfectly fine. Be prepared, this is a very immature list. Let's all just get the giggles out now. Okay, I'm good now. Something that we've touched on before on this channel is things that get lost in translation. A bunch of us speak English, but we use it very differently. And there's a lot of terms from America that when used in Ireland mean something very different. Of course, most Irish people are pretty well versed in Americanisms, so we get what you're trying to say, and we're not going to be offended or anything, but it's just interesting to look at, so here we go. Let's start off this list hardcore. Coming in at number 10, it's the term bummed. You might hear an American say,
"I'm really bummed out about this, Chad. It's getting me so down."
But in Ireland, bummed is it's a sexual act. To bum? Yep, bumming. Told you this list was going to be pretty rude. Moving on to number 9, it's an oldie but a goodie. If you ask somebody for a ride in Ireland, it doesn't mean you're going to get a lift in the car. Ride is a slang term for having coitus. And yes, I'm using its scientific term because this is an educational channel. Is it? I don't know. It's kind of educational. Let's look up the Urban Dictionary for a formal translation of the term ride in Ireland. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not reading that out. You get the idea. When a young single lad goes on a night out, he's looking for the ride. And that's not getting an Uber. God, this list is so rude. I actually didn't realise what I was getting myself into when I came up with this idea. Okay, we're gonna push on. What exactly were you expecting? Also, when Americans talk about their shag rugs, that's a bit more commonly used in England for the same kind of idea. The shag. A shag. To shag. It's a verb. It is quite funny when we hear parental unit Americans talking about their shag pile rug, because...
Maturity.
The next one is one you'll know if you've been watching my channel a little while. It's the word fanny. In America, fanny means bum. And you guys have fanny packs, which is a popular type of bag you wear around your waist, commonly known as the bum bag in Ireland. But in Ireland, a fanny is a term for a lady's private area, her fanny. I believe there are some people called Fanny, and this is nothing on your name, but yeah, if Irish people titter a little when we hear your name, it's just, we all need to grow up, really. The next one is a popular American term used to describe somebody with verve. It means somebody who shows courage and is able to deal with things in a positive way. It kind of means plucky in America, but in Ireland it has a very different meaning. Spunk means... Oh God, I hope there are no young viewers watching. This is not appropriate for you. Go away now. I'm going to use scientific terms as much as is humanly possible here. It's the seminal fluid which comes out of a man. That's what spunk means, so you can imagine what spunky means if you use it in a sentence.
He was full of spunk.
Oh God. And you have so many list ideas. Why did you go with this one? Well, I thought it would be funny. Oh. I thought they were getting better, but as I'm moving down the list, I'm realising they're all equally vulgar. The next one is a term Americans use.
Blowing someone off.
So in America, blowing someone off is... Oh my God. In America, blowing somebody off means when you've maybe arranged to meet them or something and then you just decide not to in a flaky way. You're very casually not meeting somebody for a different reason. In Ireland, to blow someone off, I don't feel like I need to explain what this could potentially mean. You get it, right? You get what it could potentially mean in Ireland, just from the term. Okay, this next one is actually a little bit offensive. In America, when you say some things like fluffy, you'll say poof. It's poofy, or it's a poof. You might have a cushion on your couch called a poof. This is my merch cushion. It wouldn't be considered a poof, but it's very nice. You also use the term to describe a type of hairstyle, a poof. But in Ireland, a poof is a homosexual person. It's actually a pretty offensive term here. I believe they also use this one in the UK, and it's also switched up to the word puff. But obviously it's translation means something very different to Americans. Do not use that word to refer to a person. It's extremely offensive. The next one, I'm so sorry, is a name of a man in America. We've seen it in movies and we giggle like school children when we hear it. It's the word
Randy.
I actually have a patron called Randy. One of my favourite films ever, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, has a Randy in it. So yeah, pretty common over there. In Ireland and the UK, the word Randy means to be sexually excited. You might have seen it in Austin Powers.
Do I make you Randy?
But it's not a name that we have for people here quite so much because of that reason. The next one is knob. And in America, a knob is something you have on an oven or a door and you use it and you turn. And that can also mean that here, but more frequently, for example, if we're talking about a door, we'll talk about a handle. And that is because a knob in Ireland is a part of a man's body exclusively. Yep, it's his manhood, so to speak. And it's actually used as an insult here quite frequently, so you might turn around to somebody and say,
Oh my god, you're such a knob.
that would be a way you could use it in a sentence. The next one is a word that you guys have, muff, which is something that keeps your hands or your ears warm, or a muffler, which is something that is used to silence things. But in Ireland, that word, muff or muffler, muff more so, not really muffler at all, muff is a part of a lady's exclusive body parts. It's her lady area. Why do I suddenly feel like I'm teaching sex education? We're all grown-ups here, mostly, except for the 2% of viewers that are not above the age of 17. You probably shouldn't be watching this anyway, so. Although you're at number 2, so you've made it this far. And the number 1 word that has a very different meaning in Ireland, although we now definitely associate it with the American word, and this is not an invitation for you to all debate your politics in the comments, but the number 1 word is Trump. You see, in Ireland and the UK, prior to the very famous Donald Trump, we would commonly use the word to describe, I'm so sorry, Mum, I'm educating the Americans, and I have to say this word, fart. It's a fart, that's what it is. The word Trump means fart. And it has meant that for decades. Now, obviously, if you say it today, it's a lot more commonly associated with the man himself. And I'm not giving any judgments on whether you are for or against that. That's not what this video is about. I'm just explaining to you that's what the word means. So, yeah. Do you think we can possibly stay away from politics in the comments? It's just the meaning of a word, you know? Even I can't save you now. Sorry.
This channel does not have a political agenda.
It's just for fun. I want to remind you guys that on Saturday I have a
Big
announcement to make, and I'll be doing it in a live stream at 10 p.m. Irish time, so do subscribe and turn your notifications on. There's an exciting new adventure happening very soon. I really need to get my stuff together for this. Love Month continues on Patreon this month, and the first goes from Kevin Swiger. Kevin would like to dedicate his shout out to the lovely Ashley Collins, who has her own YouTube channel, and I'll link that in the description below. What a gorgeous picture. Thanks, Kevin. The second shout out comes from an anonymous patron who wanted to spread the love once again to an original patron on one of the other tiers. There's a lot of love going around in the Patreon community. So I'm going to give this shout out to an OG, and that's Adrian Kavanagh, who has been with me from day 1 on Patreon and remains there now. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, Adrian. And there is a link to his social media site in the description below. He says he does not do smiling in photos. It's okay. I feel you, Adrian. And that's it for today. I'm so sorry to my mum and dad that this was so rude, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, bye. Oh, a little piece of hair, I hate you. Oh, screw it. I'm just looking through hair this entire video. This is a very immature list. Guess whose birthday is this month? He's not excited about it. I don't know how to phrase this. It's so rude.